Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Sledgehammer Square. As always, I'm your guest, Scott Wedge. With me is a very special guest, Lou Dibella. Lou, thank you very much for joining us. You come off a very disappointing night and seeing one of your fighters, Peter McBride, not only lose the fight, but end his career. He had a great career.
You know what, I don't think the ending of his career is so sad. I think it's the right thing. I thought he gave a very poignant speech, but I think what he said is true. His nose maybe busted up, but his brain isn't, and it's the right time to go out. He's got two beautiful kids and a beautiful wife and a union job and the ability to go lead a normal life. He had a great boxing career. He fought twice for world titles. I thought he made some bad mistakes tonight. He got caught at the end of the fight, but I thought he hurt Chavez badly to the body. He didn't follow up. I thought he was going too much headhunting for that big right hand and left himself open. But he won the fourth round, I thought, and I thought he gave Chavez a real good effort until he got caught.
Unfortunately, the night has seemed to take a little bit even worse of a turn for you. You have, in my estimation, the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He is legitimately the middleweight champion in the world and happens to hold the WBC belt.
No, he holds a diamond belt. He should hold the WBC belt, and Chavez Jr. should be stripped if he doesn't fight Martinez. But that being said, my argument and Sergio's argument is going to be with the WBC about who that belt goes to. If I had Chavez, I wouldn't let him get killed. He's not ready for Sergio, and Aram knows that, and Freddie knows that, and I think his whole team knows that. And frankly, they're doing the right thing, taking a very young fighter and not rushing him to one of the top pound-for-pound guys. Sergio would knock him out right now. I have no doubt about that, and I think anyone who knows anything about the sport wouldn't have any doubt about that. But that being said, I clearly saw an improved Junior tonight. He was a much better fighter than I've seen in his last few fights. He stepped up to a little bit of a better fighter than he's fought before, and I thought that it was his best performance. He's not ready for one of the best pound-for-pound guys. Now that being said, a belt shouldn't be handed to somebody and shouldn't be allowed to be so protected. So I think that if he doesn't fight Sergio, he should be stripped of that belt, and Sergio should hold not only the diamond belt, but the green belt. But the belt is not Junior's problem or Aram's problem. Their job is to do what's right for the kid's career. What's right for the kid's career is not to let one of the best pound-for-pound fighters, if not the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, kill him.
With Chavez potentially out of the picture.
We want Floyd Mayweather. That's the fight we want. I think Mayweather's man enough that if the Pacquiao fight can't be made, I think that Floyd will fight him in 2012. I think that's what our eventual goal is. If he's going to fight in between, he's going to fight Matt Macklin, who's really the uncrowned BA champion. He beat Sturman, didn't get the belt. Matt probably is in my view, the second or third best middleweight in the world, probably the second right now. But he wants the challenge. He feels he knows how to beat Sergio. Sergio's not afraid of anybody out there. And on St. Patrick's Day, a Matt Macklin fight would be a huge fight. So, that's probably Sergio's next move if he doesn't get the Cotto Margarito winner in June or Mayweather in May. If we get Mayweather in May or the Cotto Margarito winner in June, then we might be willing to wait out for the big fight.
One last question. You mentioned a fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Do you think that's a reality?
I think it's a very good chance. I don't think Floyd's afraid of anybody. Sergio will go down to 150 for that fight. He'll agree to a maximum weight the day of the fight too. Then we'll have to work out, but I think that's a realistic possibility. I don't think Floyd's afraid of anybody. And unfortunately, I don't think you're ever going to see Pacquiao and Mayweather, and people should just stop begging for it because it ain't going to happen if it hasn't happened already. I hope it happens for the sport. I mean, I'm a fan, but I don't think it will. And if it doesn't, the biggest fight that can be made on this planet is Mayweather and Sergio Martinez. And I think that you may very well see that in 2012.
Well, Lou, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you being here. Well, that about wraps it up for another edition of Sledgehammer Square. As always, I'm your host, Scott Wedge, saying I'll see you all at ringside.